I'm going to show you how to create and maintain GL accounts in Fiori apps and FS00 transaction code in SAP S/4HANA. My name is Nuno Dias, and I've been working with SAP since 2001 with my main focus with finance area. I work as an SAP FICO Contract. In case you want to reach me out for projects, please find my LinkedIn ID in the description of this video. If you are just reaching to this channel, its name is SAP at a glance, and the aim is to share SAP knowledge. Therefore, do not forget, please subscribe to this channel to receive fresh new videos on a weekly basis. I'm building a document that will become a PDF how to navigate the SAP at a glance YouTube channel. In case you want to receive this PDF, please connect to my LinkedIn, which you can find in the description of this video. Send me a message, your email, and once it's ready, I'll send it to you. This video was not now in the chronogram of the channel, but I had a request from Marvin. Marvin contacted me via my LinkedIn and asked me a few things. He asked me to run some Fiori apps in the Launchpad, so then you can see how the things happen, because he's learning SAP at the university. If you are enjoying this video as me doing it for you, please make a like to us. In this video, we are going to see how to create a GL account in the old transaction. I can say old transaction, and then in the Fiori app and see what are the differences and benefits. And now, without any further ado, let's start. Now we are in SAP menu. So what we are going to see is what are the transactions that we have related with the GL accounts. So financial accounting, master records, and then we have here GL accounts. And then individual processing, we have 3 stages. The same thing as we are going to see in the Fiori apps, okay? Don't go away, just stay there. Centrally, we are going to decentrally accumulate all the data from the chart of accounts and from the company codes. You're going to see that working with the Fiori app for this case is much, much easier than with the transaction codes. But first we start here and then I show that, okay? So let's start. Now I'm going to type, this is a good one, and I'm going just to put it in the change mode. So now what we have in the previous version, we used to have balance sheet account or P&L accounts. Now we have only the GL account type, which is called here. Now we are inside of the change of GL accounts, and just one brief information. I have the GL account, I have the company code, and here I have the chart of accounts. Here, that's the big difference from this version to the other one. In the other version, the ECC6, if you are coming from the ECC6, you are going to see that this is different. You have to choose in between. If this is a balance sheet account or a P&L account, here is different. So here we have balance sheet account. We have 5 options. We have balance sheet accounts, non-operation expenses or income, primary costs and revenue, secondary costs, and for cash accounts, which is for banks. So basically, we have 3 options for P&L accounts. In this option, primary costs and revenues, cost elements that we used to create in KA01 transaction code, now they have to be created as a GL account in this transaction code in FS00 or in the Fiori app. Also, the secondary cost accounts. So basically, why we use the secondary costs, imagine that you have a cost center that you want to distribute for other cost centers. So you're going to use then in controlling these GL accounts to make this allocation in the end of the month. This one on operating accounts, it means that I want to have a GL account created as P&L account, but I don't need to be forced to insert the costing object like the cost center instead of putting dummy. Now, if we want to post into these accounts non-operating, you can post without putting any cost center, profit center, or whatever. Then we have here the technical, the short description, long description is nothing new. And then in the controlling data, we have the tax category. I can see this is a reconciliation account because I have assets written down. Alternative account number is for the ones that have their own chart of accounts for the country. But imagine that the WICO is the group chart of accounts, and I have to declare also for my country. So I would create a new chart of accounts in the system, and I would put here as the alternative accounts. So it means that when you make postings, then you have some financial reports to extract them, if either with the GL account, either with the alternative account number. Sort key, normally we have 001, okay, by posting date. So the option account sectioning controlling area is A000. It's the controlling area that is assigned to my company code. That's why it's coming here, this one. I can tick for a record account assignment, which means that, for instance, if I'm building an asset under construction, I have a GL account that I wanted to, by the end of the month, the internal order, they are going to do the settlement, and then the asset value is growing. So, but I don't have visibility yet in some controlling reports, because it's not a P&L account and is not posted yet into the controlling. So if I tick this option here, I'm activating this balance sheet account to be visible for these controlling reports. And then we have the option create bank and interests, where we have the field status group. You know, the field status group is going to dictate what is mandatory or optional or not visible when you are posting these accounts in a file. As the same thing, when we have the account group, when we choose this account group, it will dictate what in the controlling data, what is visible. But we are going to see just in a minute a different GL account. Then you can see that this controlling data is going to be different. Here in the first step, I have group accounts, okay, which is this one. So there in the information, I have this what is the chart of accounts for the group, for the consolidation. And then this is the information for the company code when it was created or changed. Let's type now another account before we go for the Fiori app, which is much more interesting. If you are enjoying this video as me doing for you, please make a like to us. I've opened another screen where I inserted the GL account for a P&L account. So what is different now? Here I have primary cost revenue, whether in the other screen I had balance sheet accounts. The account group is also different, okay? And then the rest is the same thing. However, in the controlling data, this is where something happens different. So here is the account currency. I can define if I have balance in local currency only. Tax category, as I said, only input tax allowed, which means for purchasing. Posting without tax allowed, so I can post this GL account without a VAT code. Now I don't have alternative accounts. Sort key by cost center. And here, this is what is different. Account setting in controlling area 0, A000. So basically, this is the controlling area that is assigned to my company code, and this is the area that was done in the transaction code KA01. Okay, now I'm going to leave this open, and then we are going to go to the Fiori app. So put some comments, type some comments. Which option do you prefer? The Fiori app or with the transaction code to create GL accounts? We haven't created yet, but it's simple as this. Let me create just one for you to see it here. And then we create one in the Fiori app for you to see it. So I'm going just to copy paste this account, okay? And then I'm going to put there number 1 doesn't exist. Okay, this one exists. So number 2, ending in 2. So it doesn't exist. Okay, this account doesn't exist. So I'm going to open with the template of this one, and then company code G99, and I get everything populated automatically from the other account. And then what I need to do is just to press there, and then it is saved. So maintain is easy, create is also easy. Now let's go to the Fiori app. So here in the Fiori app, I have already some apps, some tiles here in my own, but if you don't know how to do it, you can go there and type manage. You type manage, and then you have all the options, and then for us would be gel accounts. It's there, but I can search as like this. So now here what we have, this is much easier to navigate. I have here the chart of accounts, which I'm going to choose one chart of accounts. I have all of these. I know that my chart of accounts is YCOA. YCOA, and then I'm going to click OK. Chart of accounts YCOA, I can type also the GL accounts. I have a view, okay, GL accounts, which is 6666. Okay, we can choose the one that we created, other expenses. Now I can go, and then I just need to press go. This is one option. I'm just displaying one account with this option. But if I remove these accounts and then I click go, I can see all the accounts that my chart of accounts YCOA has. And then here I'm in the view of chart of accounts, as I was saying. Going back just one step, I think I showed that we have the view in chart of accounts. So it's much easier to see, because I see all the GL accounts in the Fiori app. Is much user-friendly to work. I have the view in the chart of accounts. I have also the view in the controlling area, but I'm going to choose the chart of accounts view, and then I'm going to add more filters, adapt filters. I can add here, and I can add, for example, the account group into my selection screen options. So which means that for the account group, I can choose fixed assets, for example. Then I can display only in the chart of accounts the fixed assets accounts. Go, and then you can see are much less accounts. So now we are going to remove this view. Okay, I press go again. And then here, what we can do, we can search my account. So this is the one that I created, I'd say. From here, we can see that directly the GL account is not blocked for posting and is not marked for deletion, which means in the SAP we need to go to different transactions to see this. Then I click there and I go inside of the GL accounts. Okay. So in here we can click in edit to be easier to see the fields. So here we can see that we have primary costs. We have the account group of the GL account, other expenses, the short description. This is not the one that I created. And this is the general for the chart of accounts. Okay, now if I go for the company code level, in the company code level, I have my controlling area, my company code, the currency, and so on. Controlling area, the same thing. I can see that. In the controlling data, it is the part where we define that what is this? If this is a primary, or if it's a sales deduction or internal settlement, the 2022-21 internal settlement for that we use, we can see here this option. So here we can see the change history of this account. No, there is no changes. Now we are going to create a GL account, which is much faster and simpler than doing it. Now we are going to create a GL account by copy, because from the scratch, it takes a lot of time and the video is going to be very long because we need to fill in all of these fields, okay? So it's much, okay, I'm going to leave, it's much easier and simpler to create. So I'm in a view of controlling area. This is my controlling area, and this is all the accounts for the controlling area. But I want to go for the chart of accounts view. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to, select this account, go, and then we have all of these accounts. So I'm going to type again. Okay, now we have this account. It's much easier to create rather than in the other transaction code. I just need to make here a copy, and then it's going to tell me which account number do you want. So I want to go call it 160140002, and then I will type its description is mandatory, SAP for all. Okay, in your case, you do something much more easier. And then here I'm going to search my company code. My company code is here, D99, and then I'm going to create copy. So we just received this information saying that this account is going to be created automatically. And then we just make OK and see when it's done. So now let's search for our account. If it's created already, so it's 16014. If you type star, it works there. No, 014 02. Okay, here we go. This is our account that we just created. I'm going to run. So it's not marked, it's not blocked. We click there, and then we can see inside that everything came populated by default from the other account. I can see there. So please leave in your comments if you prefer to navigate with the Fiori app for GL accounts, or if you prefer to use the transaction codes from the SAP GUI. Now you know how to create a GL account master data in the Fiori app and in the transaction code FS00 in SAP S/4HANA. Thanks for watching this video. You can find the next video in the description of this one. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel to receive fresh new videos on a weekly basis. See you in the next video.